What's up, fool? What's up, fool? We got who do we have, man? We got Saul Trujillo right here.
What's up,
Rodrigo Torres, David Nile, right? Is that how you say it?
No, well, yeah, Mexicans pronounce it differently though, so I don't know.
Nihao or
It's Nihil.
Nihil sounds very German. I don't think the Mexicans would be down with that.
Is it Nile?
Nihil in theory, yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, Nihil.
Nihil.
I like dope, but it don't matter.
Nihil. Orale, Nihil. Is that your mijo? No, it's my Nihil. Nihil?
I'll take Nihil.
Like the soda.
I've got used to that over the years. Like nihilism.
Like the soda, right?
Which soda?
Nihil soda. Nihai.
This sounds very German, this soda. I am not drinking it.
You're like, I don't want this German shit.
No.
Yeah, Nihai like Fanta.
Ni hao.
Ni hao. It sounds more Chinese than it
Dave
does
Nihil.
German. Dave Ni hao. Chinese super, man.
Ni hao.
Yeah, you've seen it.
Never.
You and the Felipe Esparza podcast and your accent thick, but in a different way.
There it is. This is your soda, bro.
Are you pulled it up?
Never.
Oh, no. Yeah, never heard of that. I've drank some questionable
It's
soda in my life.
that's like the Midwest redneck Fanta.
Oh, that's why. Yeah. Typically good at avoiding rednecks and Fanta. So
Goodbye, Big Red.
They're two things I've been hiding from
Big
for
Red's
years. Dude, when they launched that stuff in Ireland, soda, do you have, what is it, Sprite? We had 7-Up, which was the big one, and then Sprite tried to launch in Ireland, and they launched by leaving a little mini can on every single doorstep in the neighborhood. And we were such, well, we went
All
around.
corrupt.
Oh, we stole every single can. My shed
Just
had
a little
about 2,000
taste.
cans of Sprite.
It said my shed.
It's my dad's shed.
Yeah,
that I
little
taken
distribution
over.
center, huh?
Little bumps of soda.
Yeah. Sadly, I think we were single-handedly responsible for Sprite not having a successful launch in Dublin because we stole all their
Hilarious, dude.
merchandise. That was definitely the most soda I ever drank, but I never progressed to Nihil or whatever that may be that we just witnessed from the Midwest.
Knee-high?
Nihai.
Nihil.
Did you drink? Have you had Nihil before?
Yeah.
Is it good?
Just like I've only had strawberry when we went to Indiana.
Okay.
Strawberry. But in Canada, I've had every flavor of Canada. I don't even. In Canada, I thought it was just ginger ale, but there's raspberry, grape,
Okay.
Cranberry ginger ale.
cranberry, ginger ale.
Dude, who is it, Kellen Erskine maybe that has a joke about that? He's like, why is it the minute you get on a plane, everybody's default drink that they've never drank before but they want in that moment is ginger ale?
Fuck, he's not wrong every time.
No, every time. Every time I hear someone going ginger ale, I'm like, there's no way you normally drink that. What happened to you at altitude that you're like, I need ginger ale in my system right now to get through this?
To burp.
Yeah, makes no logical sense, but it is true. Watch
I haven't
for-
had ginger ale on an airplane in a long time, but I stopped drinking soda, but I remember how good it was.
It clears the throat, dude.
You said that like it was heroin. Dog.
Exactly, yeah.
But Coca-Cola tastes better on a plane. I don't know why.
There's something about being in the air.
Probably them handing it to you. Them waking you up, sir. You got your 2 ounces of Coke. You want to drink it or not?
It's just did you ever notice as well people's emotional reaction goes way up on airplane? Like you watch a movie and you're sitting there crying. You're like, I've never cried in a movie in my life, but I'm emotional when it comes to altitude. I'll be crying at anything. And you look
Yeah.
around, people are laughing too hard, crying too hard.
It might be
farting
your
too
last
much.
movie.
Yeah, who knows? Too much time on planes.
Do you watch a lot of movies on the plane?
It depends, dude. Like if I have them on my phone and if I'm sleepy or not. And, sometimes you get a good one, dude.
If you remember Borat came out, I watched that on the plane. I just nearly died laughing at every scene. He's in a mankini. Some old lady was just looking at me next to me like, what the hell is wrong with this fella? I was just tears coming down my face watching it.
I'm trying to remember
Funny.
right now what I did when I used to fly before I had a plane. Before I had a phone.
I was thinking,
Read, right?
you were pimping for sodas I've never heard of and your own plane.
Imagine
I was
on the-
like, we're doing comedy very differently.
Remember being on a plane and with no cell phone, bro. Like my first show I ever did when I went to San Antonio. I remember it was a 2-hour flight, and I didn't have a phone on me. I didn't have I don't remember what I did. I must have just read the whole instructions from the plane.
Your own thoughts?
How to slide off the plane if there's an emergency.
I don't remember. People just sat there, I guess. Read magazines. But there was a big screen in front of the plane that showed a movie for everybody to watch, and they would give you headphones.
Yeah, that was the same with the buses all over.
Yeah, it was like a bus. That's like a bus thing.
Every
Yes.
8 seats.
And then the headphones had this whack radio stations where you can hear R&B and then real clean heavy metal and
Soft jazz.
soft jazz. And I remember one time I was so bored, I picked up the phone and I dialed.
Did you get charged for it?
Fuck yeah, $85.
Damn. We're gonna die.
Just to say,
$85.
Who'd you call, fool?
I just saw somebody, what's up? I'm gonna play dog later.
Flexing.
Dude, do you remember those? I remember we grew up with this phone. He was a bit nuts, but he was great at stealing shit and stuff out of cars. And he bust in, he robbed this phone. It was the first time any of us had seen a mobile phone, the big one. And the first thing you do is get out the back of the newspaper, and every phone number that cost money to ring it, we rang everything. We were having every dirty conversation we could have with anybody.
That shit was so big.
Yeah.
You put it in your fucking face.
Big
Oh,
old
it's
antenna.
brilliant.
Huh?
Big, you put that shit all the way up.
Yeah, I know. I haven't even stole it. Not easy to steal. You're just walking around with it like, where'd you get that? That thing is 3 times the size of your head.
That was a big phone. I remember like in those Vietnam movies, they had that real big phone.
Yeah.
And they had a soldiers there carrying the battery pack for it and the antenna.
Little
Like he'll go like
transmitter.
this, Captain, talk to them. And then he'll hang up and then that guy walk away. We're under fire.
Yeah.
Dude, it's funny.
That's
you
a
were-
modern cell phone, right?
Yeah.
Or walkie-talkie.
Walkie.
It has to be like a walkie because that's it's a radio. There's a frequency. It has to be like you have to be on top of a hill to clear the signal.
But it's on the phone.
Yeah.
Do you remember what you were saying? I got a bit of a flashback of sitting on buses traveling through South America because they always played one movie that everybody watched on the headphones, exactly like you said. But everywhere I went in Latin America, it was always a murder movie where they're just literally smashing and chainsawing people and dissecting them. And like nobody ever complains in Latin America that this movie's on. They're just sitting there with the kids. The air conditioning's up way too hard. They all have special clothes just to take the bus because they know the AC is going to be that bad.
Yes, because they have actual poverty. They go fuck about no made up shit.
I don't know. Because they
theater
got to
of the
spend
real,
extra
bro.
money on the clothes. You buy the cheap ticket, now you got to buy hats and a glove and a jacket. You've got people in Colombia in ski jackets taking the bus watching horror movies with their kids for no apparent reason, just because they don't complain.
What were you doing in South America?
Me getting very lost. I think my visa was up for the US and I had like 1 day to get out of the country, and I went to the airport and I bought the cheapest ticket I could buy, which was to Mexico, and then this tropical storm hit Mexico. So I was like, where's the furthest I can go for the cheapest? And the lady's like, Santiago, Chile. And I'm like, all right, that's where we're
Damn.
going. I just turned up with me snorkel and a couple of pairs of flip-flops to Santiago in winter. Found myself climbing up a few mountains. It took me 2 years to go back to California. I came back by bus. I got one flight from like Colombia to Panama somewhere, but yeah, other than that, I got the bus all the way back from Santiago, Chile to San Francisco.
On the bus?
Yeah, so I know the minute you were
How long
talking
did it
about
take?
2 years.
And those are just immigration issues that you had to stay away and come back for your visa or what?
You just put
No.
yourself through pain.
Leisure?
But no, yeah, it was leisure.
2
Initially, it
years,
was
bro.
because I had to get out of America. You know, I had whatever visa I had, I think it was up, and I had like 15 days to get out of the country when I quit my job. But yeah, I wasn't planning on being gone for 2 years. But it's kind of addictive once you get into the Spanish and all the Latin stuff. You're like, oh, I like
So your
this
visa
place.
was expiring in 15 days?
Well, if you have a H-1B visa, which is a job-sponsored visa in America, I think, to the best of my recollection, you have 15 days to get out of the country the minute if someone fires you, let's say, which I think might have happened.
Well, what happened if you don't leave in 15 days?
I'm pretty sure they're coming for you.
Get
at some
deported.
stage. Yeah, I
You're
don't know.
free-
There's more
free trip.
Latinos in this room. I don't want to be stereotypical, but I bet you know ICE more than I do.
But so you get a free trip back
You're
to your,
lucky I'm here.
Yeah, we know.
You're lucky I'm stoned, or I'd get
well,
off this
for-
chair and get you.
For us, they just put it on a Greyhound bus and kick you back out. But
True that.
yours is a plane trip. Do they charge you for that
The
trip?
plane trip and they charge you for
Jesus
it.
Christ.
Yeah, quite a lot of Irish people get deported every year. Like it's always one of the big voting things that comes up when when a president from America is like, "Hey, I'm kind of Irish myself now for votes." One of the meetings they usually have to take is with some Irish government person who's like, "Hey, we still have a lot of people getting thrown out in planes and stuff." It doesn't make the news because they're Irish, but yeah, they're always trying to. It's more expensive when we get booted out of here. But definitely happens. Like my parents were definitely in and out under questionable circumstances for quite a bit.
And did you originally come here on a diplomatic visa or is that?
I did. No, yeah, not BS. Well, I came here on a student visa, and we ended up living in we got catfished into living in New Hampshire. We were planning on going to Boston.
I
And they're
suppose
like,
said catfished.
well, you're basically.
They
like,
swindled you?
no, they had a house. It wasn't their fault. They had a big housing crisis. So before we know it, we were living in Hampton Beach, New Hampshire. They had like a motto: "Live free or die." We're like, oh, this place is gonna be good. I think by the end of the first day, 6 of the 7 people I lived with had been arrested for open container violations. We're like, well, these Americans are living free or die. They're doing it very differently.
With you guys getting deported, I feel like it's reverse racism. Because it's like you see them, like, all these fools are getting deported, and then they're all white. You're like, I don't feel that bad.
Yeah, exactly.
What brought you to America?
Me, broken dreams, false advertising, and a Fanta called Knee High, which I didn't know I needed to come here and participate in until I met you lunatics, and now I know it's on the agenda. No, it just came. My mom had always been here, kind of on and off illegal when I was a kid, so they're like, nah, the idea is in your head to come over and see what happens.
Okay.
Why not? Same thing that brought you boys here. And you're like, well, Ireland used to be super poor. Remember, like when I was growing up as a kid, we were the poorest country in Europe. So it was only recently we got loads of money and cigars and helicopters, and then realized we couldn't keep those anymore. So it's been a bit up and down. But when we were kids, your parents had to come here and try and make some money.
What part of Ireland you from?
Dublin.
Dublin. Shout out to our 2 Irish podcast listeners,
Yeah.
Glenn Carlin and Bush McLeod.
Yo, you fucking know their
Dude.
actual names?
Dude,
Bro, when there's 2, I remember, bro.
Bush McLeod is definitely a made-up name. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, he is. He's Mexican. He lives in the Bay, bro.
Oh, he lives in the Bay
He
Area.
got
Irish
deported.
Bay.
Well, 2, you're starting well. You obviously have a wide appeal to the Irish audience. So.
That's funny, man. When Glenn Carlin, one time he called, he's from Dublin also. Dude, he was talking like he was from LA, bro. Never been to LA. All he knows from Los Angeles is from watching Blood In, Blood Out, from watching Colors, watching American Me, and listening to his podcast. So he was saying, he sounded like us. He was, what's up, fool? Yeah, man. So I really love the podcast, man.
But he had an Irish accent
Yeah,
behind it?
but he was
Oh,
saying-
that sounds
He
so
was saying
funny.
all the Chicano lingo. Like saying, orale, what's up, fool? I'm down.
All the 80s Chicano shit?
Yeah.
Dude,
Keeping it
we're
alive.
we're into that. There's an association there, you know, between those. We're into that.
Bro, when I went to Amsterdam, Rotterdam, the first time, like I was at a crack house, hanging out, chilling, and
As you do.
and as soon as I told them,
Welcome home.
as soon as I spoke, they heard my accent, and they could name 10 movies where that accent was in.
You were in a crack house, though, in fairness. So they're
Yeah.
like, you know,
Yeah.
how accurate is
They were
this
calling
story?
me East LA, bro, for the whole night, and they said something about like they said that I have a lot. I have pool here, bro, being from East LA.
Okay.
And being from LA, that I have a lot of gay. What did it say? Juice.
You got a lot of juice in
Start the
that.
syndicate.
Like, I could start my own crew if I wanted to.
What are the gangs out there? They're like soccer hooligans, right?
Oh, you got a few of them, yeah.
Yeah. Were you,
Ruffians.
are you a soccer hooligan?
Well, I wouldn't call it soccer if I was. You'd get beat up by
Football.
hooligans just for calling it soccer. Yeah, you're gonna
It's
have to at
football.
least start with
Clack.
being a football hooligan.
I did that to start controversy, to be honest.
You did. You stoked the flames. Yeah, we don't recognize your football as a sport. We're like, yeah, that takes too long. What are you doing? But it is a bit more action packed. But no, the hooligan stuff, a lot of it was kind of from the UK when I was growing up. So, but they were playing Ireland. If you look it up, you'll see a bunch of hooligans came over. It's one of the first times Ireland played England in a long time, but it happened in Ireland, in our main thing. And they're like, oh, we can do this. It'll be fine. And then we scored. And then the English fans start ripping up the whole stadium. And there's a bit like, did you see that thing in Alabama a few weeks ago? Take out the color of it, but you see the thing in Alabama where like there was a white family that were basically screwing over a couple of black people on the dock.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, totally. That
The
shit went
brawl,
viral.
of course.
I
Everyone's seen it. That brawl.
Montgomery.
Bro, everyone's seen it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But it's just one of those moments where you're like, yeah, you like to see the underdog getting their own back. You're like, you can lay a beat down on it, like you deserve it, and all that. It's a bit like, what was it in my mind? It's a bit like Cobra Kai. You remember watching that? Like, it's kind of like the characters of the past are never dead. Like, once you screw someone over, they're coming back for you when the right moment. You know, Cobra Kai was a bit like that. You screwed over these guys in school, they're coming back for you 30 years later.
Sweep that leg.
Yeah, but exactly. And
God,
it's all
did
the
they
little,
sweep the leg?
but it's all the little minorities coming
Bro,
back for you.
that's
But
a
the
crazy bro. That guy swam from Wakanda. Beat that guy up, bro.
It's the only guy I was worried
That
about.
rap song is so fucking funny.
But that's a proper beatdown. But I guess my waffly point was during that game, the English hooligans start rioting. So all of a sudden, it's kind of free range from the Irish police to go in with the batons and
Oh, yeah.
start like.
Settle it down.
So, yeah, and it was on the TV, but like we were like, oh, we really oppose this violent, and then you just see the Irish guys giving them a pure beat down. But that was in the soccer hooligan heyday. But look it up; it's a thing. It definitely happened. But yeah, we wouldn't participate in that normally. This is one of those moments you watch it and you're like, nice one. Like, you know, they had it coming in that situation, so you kind of feel okay about doing it. Same as the Montgomery thing. Like, everyone in the world got behind that and went, that's well deserved, I think.
Who are the Raider fans of, like, the soccer world?
Manchester United.
It used to be
And
Millwall.
Chelsea.
It used to be Millwall. Chelsea pretty hardcore as well. Millwall were hardcore. Wimbledon were like the crazy gang. There was, you know, where Vinnie Jones used to play.
Yeah.
It's some iconic shots of him grabbing a dude by the nuts when he went up to head the ball. Before he moved out to LA, I think he has his own soccer team or football, for the want of a better word.
Crazy.
But yeah, I don't know. Thankfully, I don't know that much about football hooliganism.
A couple dabs.
It gets crazy, man. There was I don't know if it's in England or Greece, but maybe Spain. I don't think it's Spain though. I know it's definitely Greece or England. So that's this big old soccer team, and man, they have thousands of club members, and when they fucking have a match, the whole stadium, is like they all take out little papers. And it becomes like a slideshow of political things. Like they have a paper like this. Everybody takes a white paper, and it's totally organized that it looks like a big picture
Oh yeah,
during the whole stadium.
Yeah, a lot of them do that.
And they have like a black eagle and shit. And then later, they start showing fireworks. You know, if the team is losing at the field, it gets fucking nuts. Well, you saw that fucking fight in Mexico, bro.
Yeah.
In Mexico. There was a big fucking fight between one soccer team against the other one, and they were all They went after the visiting team.
I saw that.
And they fucked everybody up, bro. They were beating them hard, bro. Candy was coming out of them like piñatas.
I was there in 1998, Estadio Azteca, America versus Chivas, and that shit got crazy as fuck.
Tamarindo fly out.
So like people like really beating each other down, throwing fucking man-madies from the top, landing on ladies. It was like fucking chaos.
They do it.
Fools getting arrested, almost even dead.
What's the really famous one? La Bombonera, La Boca is the two teams. Millionaire, what's it? La Boca and who's the other team in Buenos Aires? Two famous ones, but I went to the game. The whole stadium is shaking. Like, they're nuts. There's a whole. They call themselves La Doce. They're like the 12th man, and they stand with their back to the game the whole game and just go as nuts as humanly possible.
Christ.
There's people taking dumps and just throwing it down on top of the other
Damn.
fella.
That's like warrior shit.
It's wild. It's wild. It's
All
worth seeing.
Viking style.
Yeah.
It's where Maradona came out of originally, like La Boca. That was the neighborhood where he's kind of idolized. But you look it up, that's the wildest game there is. Like, of all the rivalries there are where you're like, whoa, these people hate each other. That one's high on the list.
Well, if you're throwing shit, I don't think you like
Yeah.
each other.
No, yeah, fair point. I haven't slung a dump at too many people in life.
There was Philip, look for that video. Just look for a video. Look for I don't know the guy's name, but just look. It's a funeral at a small soccer stadium in England, and they're having a moment of silence, and then somebody from the rival team yells out, I don't know if I'm getting the right name, Ollie's in the box.
Oh yeah, no, that's in Ireland, and it's a reference to the Queen. It's Lizzie's in a box.
Yeah, no, it was actually a funeral that guy used that joke for this funeral.
Got it.
And they banned those 5 guys from ever participating in a soccer match.
And because of that video,
Yeah, because it was a funeral for an old member of a club or a player. And that's funny you say that because the guy just said it the way you said it. But he mentioned the guy's name.
All right.
You found it?
and a lot of these clubs go back to like the early 1900s, right? Even like before that, right?
Oh, yeah,
it's like kind of ancient, like the beginning of the.
There's a
the
lot
football.
of political involved in those teams.
It gets political.
There is now, and it gets political, and it's kind of an economic divide as well, because you have the northern, like, working class teams, dock teams, like would have been Manchester United, Liverpool,
Lots of money, huh?
historically. Yeah, but now they didn't have money, and the kind of, it was a tough place to grow up. Like, you know, pure working class wouldn't have had much money. Football was the thing.
Like
to go.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
Hard Knocks.
exactly.
Steel companies closed down. We had to invent New Wave.
Look at these scars,
Football.
man.
But you know, that was it. That was the joy came from. But now you have all these rich guys just buying up teams
Found it?
and they're buying them in big cities.
Just
So
look,
Inflating
it's
them.
changing.
Ali is in
Oh,
a
yeah.
box.
So-
England.
It's like a
Soccer
Detroit
funeral.
situation.
It's a bit of a Detroit
Worse.
situation. You should look up the one. Did you ever see the prank of the Irish fella? He had a funeral and he had himself instructed to be buried with a voice recorder. And it was like, "Hey, is anybody out there? I'm still alive. I'm still alive in here. You haven't bought a priest here, have you? I'm not very religious. I'd be very disappointed." And it's just all his voice from the box of all the
Hilarious.
stuff he recorded. Yeah, it's pretty funny. I don't want to go in here. I don't like the darkness. As they're lowering him, they had all these kind of jokes he'd pre-written and recorded. Not a comedian, just some random old Irish guy with a bit of a sense of humor. Never seen that one.
Nah.
Super viral.
Where'd you get started in comedy?
Me in San Francisco, in the old Purple Onion. Yeah, back in the days. Probably around the time you were knocking around.
For real? So you didn't start in Ireland? You started here?
No, yeah, I started here. I had no plans on doing comedy in any way, shape, or form. This is a slight bit of a tangent.
The Purple Onion. I performed there a couple of times, and I used to perform at Club Deluxe.
No, I don't think I did that one.
Club Deluxe every Monday night with fucking Big Al.
Oh yeah, Big Al Gonzalez.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I remember him. There's a great Latin crew there that you guys all knew, of course, because you were around with Butch Escobar all the time and a few other lads.
Hell
I
yeah.
was kind of in the outskirts in Sacramento.
And you,
Yeah.
I met all these people at the same time. Frank Quinones,
Oh,
Butch
yeah.
Escobar, Chris Doran, Marcelo Arguello,
Yeah. All that.
Ken Caminiti, or Tom Canini. He had the big cell phone joke bit.
Don't know.
Yeah.
He was from the Marijuana Logs.
Oh okay.
Doug Benson. Yeah, I met all those fools. out
Bubbles too.
there. Mer.
Fucking Bubs.
Bubbles is a legend.
Yeah.
That guy, like, he goes to
What's
Throckmorton
all the
Theatre pretty
hookers?
much every Tuesday, but he'll walk there. It's a good
Where?
like 16 miles maybe.
I gotta go say hi to Lucy, bro.
And he goes over there.
God damn it! I didn't know you had a fucking Bubbles impression.
He did. He got the jokes.
Fuck.
Somebody stole my identity and now their life sucks. He's got the best jokes, man. I think he has the longest record ever between appearances on Letterman.
Letterman,
Maybe
exactly.
like 20
Totally.
years between appearances.
Lost my
He's the
little
nicest
well.
guy.
Hell yeah, he's a fucking sweetheart, man.
Yeah, he's been super helpful to me over life. In
Very
in
fucking
every
cool.
way.
That fool just drinks Diet Cokes and eats like salads.
He's in the machine. You'll see him in the gym every day. Runs 4 or 5 miles. Every
Jogs,
other
hell
day.
yeah.
Yeah, he's a machine. When I buggered off during the pandemic and I moved to the Canary Islands off the coast of Africa, and I had
Damn.
two. Yeah, it was a bit random. And I had 2 dumbbells to get rid of. They were a pretty rare commodity at the time, so I gave him to Bubbles, dropped him off in the house. He was delighted with life. Cause
I'll take him, bro.
yeah, I'll take him.
Need to get strong.
I was like, you better be an animal by the time I come back with these 2 15-pound
Looking like
dumbbells I'm
Popeye,
waving you. Yeah.
Just 2 big ass biceps on skinny
Yeah.
arms.
That fool put a placemat to sit down because of germs,
Yeah,
but he'll go fuck a
yeah.
hookery.
I forgot that
she
he
needed it, bro.
He didn't do a handshake.
Mer.
Ever.
No,
he,
fist
was, he
bumps.
was fist bumping way before.
But he
COVID.
just said he'll raw dog a prostitute, but you got to fist bump him. You don't touch his hands.
Vagina's better, bro.
I was born for the COVID. Mer.
No, he's a super nice fella.
Hell yeah.
That was the first show I ever did with Sel. Was Larry Bubbles organized it in some winery in Lodi, California, middle of nowhere. Yeah, it's a good test of me Spanish around there. I'm like, do I actually make sense anymore? In this
Have you ever
language?
done the San Francisco comedy competition?
I might have. Yeah. So
You done it?
Nah.
I did it in 2018 actually. Only time.
You've done Planet Gemini,
I don't know what that is. Sounds-
Monterey.
Oh no, where did we do?
That's before our time. Like
Yeah.
it was like I started in 2010.
Dude, it's still the same heartbreaking process. Where
When did you
you're
start?
Driving. When?
Yeah.
Where? I started in, I think 2011 or 12. Did the San Francisco Comedy Competition 2018. I won that by some stroke of lunacy.
He actually won it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So it's a good question. You're like, do you know anything about this? I'm like, yeah, it's
He's
fucking
like, yeah, I won it.
heartbreaking.
I was like, I know
He's
you
a
won
champ.
it.
Dude,
that's
that,
cool.
that was the most driving I ever did in life to go around. I was like, I'm not doing this again. I assumed it would be at least in San Francisco, of which it wasn't. It's
It's
about
funny how long comedy has been around before us. Because I asked you about Planet Gemini. That Planet Gemini was in Monterey. And it used to be in the heyday. It was right there on Cannery Row. And The booker that booked that show was the booker from the Ice House, a lady named Talene. And she never booked me though, but she used to book the Monterey Planet Gemini. And they had Friday, Saturday, Friday and Saturday shows, I think. No, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday shows. Thursday was like a giveaway show, and the next day, Friday, you did all the press, and you did Friday, Saturday. But before that club with Planet Gemini, it was called Something Else by the Shore, and it used to be owned by a white guy, and that club was there during the comedy boom
Okay.
of the 80s. So it was always packed no matter who they brought in. So when they sold it to the two Italians from Canada, they started bringing in more. Because to them, it was, I guess it was dying, come comedy boom. But when Planet Gemini was bought by the two brothers, the twins, Anthony and his brother, they started bringing in more people of color acts, like more urban acts.
More Irish people.
And more Latino acts. So boom, bro! Like they started like a second comedy boom there, because they started bringing in black acts, and they started bringing in they changed it, bro. Because that club became after, it one of those clubs where after the show, a club started. There was dancing, so the comedians had a second chance to hook up. Like that's when I started learning.
I was wondering why you knew every element of the history of this building.
That's why I started learning about old comics like
Two
Larry
chances.
Bubbles and Larry Omaha. They would tell me, he goes, "Hey man, these girls and these guys they want to go to this club and go hang out. Don't go, stay here. Here you're still Superman. Over there you're shit."
We got no powers over there.
He goes, "You go over there, you're giving away all your powers."
That's true.
That's so fucking
you
And I didn't know what he was talking about, but he was like a pervert, bro. Like he was like 55, bro. I was like 29, and that fool they were there hanging up in the bathroom all night, through, like a featured act.
Trying to scoop something up.
Scoop up. But I heard from Willie that he scooped up like a 24-year-old Filipina girl. And I'm thinking about the way he looks. Oh wow, she must have daddy issues because he looked like an old Filipino man.
Let's talk about our lives.
Larry's going, what
I
the
knew
fuck are you
that
talking
story
about?
was going to take a dark twist at some stage. So they're like,
Yeah, but that club was it was there before I started, and I never really headlined that club. I just featured and opened.
But did it pay okay?
Oh yeah, it paid well. That guy was so nice, dude, so nice. I went to do a guest spot, and he paid me,
Hell yeah, dude.
and he brought me for New Year's Eve. But now they booked the Fox Theater in Salinas.
Oh, that's tight.
yeah, that one's a good gig.
Yeah, so that's the
They
Anthony.
still do comedy down there as part of the comedy competition, but they do it not quite in Monterey, about like 10 minutes away in Folktale Winery in Carmel, if you've done that one. Nice gig.
Damn, I never done comedy in Carmel.
Yeah, it's fancy. It's where Clint Eastwood used to be.
Yeah,
in
The
Mayor.
mayor, right?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I used to do all these little small gigs like in Salinas. Like I know all Salinas and Watsonville. I used to perform at a Mexican restaurant called Cilantros.
Would you kill in like Salinas? Would you like just like could you do hella gigs in Salinas and just pack it out all the time?
Yeah. Now I could.
No, I mean like before then.
Before they were just
He was in a Mexican restaurant called Cilantro. That's
Cilantros,
going to
yeah.
tell you all you need to know, right?
yeah,
now.
man. Before then they would just put comedy show with a Sharpie. You don't even gotta put the names because nobody cared.
Nobody
and
gave a fuck.
They would just show up.
The TVs are on.
They would just show up already. It was a known place for comedy.
Okay.
And they know it'd be a badass show too, though.
Yeah, it would be a badass show.
It's nice when it happens when you turn up, you just see the homemade sign. You're like, oh, this is going to be crap. I turned up
Yeah.
one. It was in a beautician's upstairs.
That's why
I was like, and it was amazing.
Like, it's
Fuck
been
yeah,
a
those
long.
are the best
I've been doing
shows.
comedy.
Yeah.
I've been doing comedy for so long. Like I don't know what's it like to walk into a room where it's just a room where they're not there to see you
Yeah.
I
Or
can,
not get
I can tell you
recognized once.
exactly how that feels.
or not get recognized once. You know, I felt like that in Canada. Like in Canada, I felt like when I did my Surrounded show, I felt like, oh, this is gonna be easy. They're not here to see me. There's no pressure here. I could just say whatever I want. But later on at the end of the show, I met a woman and her son. Oh, we're big fans.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's gonna happen to you the whole time.
In
That was
Canada,
at
bro.
Montreal.
In Canada, yeah.
You packed that theater, dog.
No, but there was a surrounded show when I had to do the crowd work, which I was
I'm
nervous.
doing that on Friday.
I
at
was
the
so
Improv.
nervous.
I like that. I spent like 11 years doing crowd work because I never thought of it as crowd work. I just thought of it as talking to people.
Yes.
With no interest in what they do as a job. Which, it's not crowd work then. You're just talking to people.
You ever bomb hard? You ever bomb hard where you said, man, this was a very humbling experience.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's your
that's
worst
not-
bomb?
Dude, I don't have a script, so I don't really have jokes. I don't really have material. So, like, if it's going bad, I just change to make something up about what's going on in that moment. So I try and avoid that. Like, it's different if you're going out and going, I'm gonna do these six words no matter what happens. Like, I have no plan in my head whatsoever. So the worst I've been bombing is when I start interacting with people when they're not paying attention. And I think it was in the Purple Onion. There was a couple kind of getting a bit hot and frisky down in the corner, and I got off stage and I went to them. They were basically starting shagging, and when I went up to them with the microphone to be like, "Hey, I don't want to interrupt you," I knocked the guy's beer in his lap.
Damn.
So now he has a bit of a boulder. He's looking way too excited. I just spilled his whole beer all over his nut bag, basically. I basically just killed all the enthusiasm for life he had in that moment, and that was the worst because everyone else picked up on, like, it was the good lesson in, like, just don't get off the stage. That's the only time you're in charge. But, like, yeah, like a moron, I went down, spilled a drink all over his nut bag, ruined his romantic moment, and thought I was going to bring him back to enthusiasm with my comedic skills, which was a bad idea. That didn't work out.
Me, I have like I don't bomb physically, like I don't feel like I'm bombing. Like in front of the audience, you know, that embarrassing. Like like I guess when you're bombing as a young comic, it's noticeable because you're noticing it too.
Yeah, you don't just.
You're
accept-
noticing it too.
yeah.
Like you're bombing because you're noticing you're bombing, but the crowd doesn't even know that if you really keep talking. Right? So, but what happens to me is that I keep talking, but in my head, I'm already telling myself, "You suck. That joke fucking suck, you dick." You know, everybody laughing at you, but they're not laughing with you. But in the end, something. But then I'm thinking, oh, I saw these 5 people that walked out of my show, but then I looked at the set. Oh, an hour and 20. They walked out at 45. That's normal. They had to get home. They had to go home. They've had enough. I was up there for too long.
There's 6 million reasons why someone will walk out. You know, someone just turned up. The missus is naked at home. I'm in bed. You're not getting it. The edible kicked in. Like, you know, we all of us assume it's us, but sometimes they're just like,
Babysitter
I had
and
enough.
shit.
I only signed up for 45 minutes. See you later.
I was always afraid of crowd work because I remember this comedian that does crowd work. His whole career has been crowd work. His whole comedy career. That this guy does, like, he knows how to get to an ethnic joke fast, like anything, man.
But that,
Like he'll look at black dudes, fucking black people. You got fucking win all the fucking medals, and everybody goes But he does that.
I know this guy.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right?
The legend.
Yeah. But one time this fool said he'll make you fun of some guy, and I said, oh fuck, I'm never gonna do that. He goes, he started making fun of his glasses. He had some fucking thick ass glasses. He goes, you can see the future of those glasses. And that guy said, and you don't have any.
Good one, dog.
Fuck, dog.
You always remember ones where you get caught out with a bit of. We used to do a show a lot. Sally Tomatoes or something.
Oh shit, I've been there.
You've been there.
Outside gig.
Sonoma.
Yeah, I was making fun of some dude for wearing
Roner
shorts.
Park.
Roner Park, and I was like, "Look at you there with your shorts on, your legs on display," and he just went leg, and I was like, front row, just sitting there looking at me with one leg. I start roasting his legs, plural, which he didn't really appreciate.
Oh man.
I was
Come
like,
on, man.
I gotta dig out this hole pretty quickly.
No way, just double down.
Right here with
Yeah.
Captain
I said what
Morgan
I
and
said.
shit.
I said what I said.
I was telling you
legs.
about the thing last week. I was talking about. I don't know if I was bombing, but I was bombing hard. That the guy in the front was pulling my pant leg, bro.
Yeah, I haven't had that one there before.
He liked you, dog.
Yeah,
He was like,
I
"Get
think he was
out."
hitting on you.
Trying to take your pants off.
What's up for you perform for a crowd of 11?
I was in Tucson. I did the screening room, bro. And they're like telling me, like, oh, Renee Vaca sold this out twice. Well, but Fluffy's in town tonight, so all of all hope to sell out. I was like, well, how much did we sell? 11. I was like, that's about right. That's about right for where I'm at. Yeah.
Give them
Yeah.
hell, baby.
That was a lot of choice. Well, should I go and see Saul
Or Gabriel.
or Gabriel for $100?
Toss up.
It's a toss up. Hey, the 11 that came, I gave him 45. Whatever.
Fuck it. Come see the mullet tonight.
Yeah.
Dude, that's the
okay.
crazy reality of comedy, though. Some of the most enjoyable experience you have are you and like 3 or 4 people on a night. You just assumed it was going to be horrendous, and you're like, you know,
They're
what?
the
I
dirty
enjoyed
dozen,
that.
bro.
Yeah. But the night before I was
It's
in
true, though.
Yuma, and Yuma's like, there's nothing to do in Yuma, so it like sold out. It was pretty good.
How many people?
That was like it was like a room of like 70s, probably like 70 people there.
That's tight. Where in Yuma?
It was the Crest Ultra Lounge.
Nice.
But then the next day I was like riding high. I was like, Tucson's gonna be sick, and it was 11 people. But it was, you know, what are you gonna do?
You guys are getting way more off the beaten path than I am. I'm like,
Yeah,
you're
man.
just listing all these places I have to Google after this show. I'm like,
Yeah, man. I got one you could go too, man. I was in Del Rio.
Yeah.
I was in Del Rio, Texas, bro. That's like, oh man, that's like by the border of Texas. The whole town looks like the town where they shot that movie, No Country for Old Man.
Oh yeah.
And fucking that's like the same. Well, Del Rio, Texas, is where the city is based on. But, bro, we get to our hotel room, and the whole lobby bar is nothing but bikers, bro. Like bikers. They're from that. They were the booze fighters. They were part of the original fight in Hollister in 1945 when they had the big motorcycle rally. It was the booze fighters and the whiskey fighters. Yeah, and that's when when they labeled the 1% bikers.
Okay.
So they go back to the beginning.
Yeah, so the whole fucking bar was booze fighters, bro.
So racist bikers.
No, they were all Mexican.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they were all Mexican.
I
And-
said racist bikers.
Yeah, they were all Mexican with swastikas.
Backwards. sauce.
Mixed messages, Mexicans. Yeah, I had that with a whole night of bikers one night, but they turned out to be like bikers for abused
Jesus.
children
Oh, my
charity or
God.
something. Yeah, bikers for Jesus.
The ones that we had were
Here we go.
It was great.
but it was like a bar, and dude, man, it was like 3 hotels for the whole town, right?
Yeah, dude. We were in the biggest one.
And one Whataburger for everybody.
Ooh.
Closed at midnight. Open.
It was
24
100
hours.
degrees at fucking 11 p.m.
And humidity too, bro.
Yeah, there's a reason I'm not going to these towns you boys are built for.
Nah, it's not built for it. We just deal with it. It sucks.
Hell yeah.
Bro,
I ain't good with those temperatures.
every hotel had a border patrol parked there just to scare Mexicans away.
Scarecrow.
Yeah, scarecrow for real.
And like 10 state troopers, dude.
10 state troopers, bro. Like they were just parked. It's like they're trying to scare away. They're trying to scare away human trafficking. They're trying to scare away pimps. They're trying to scare away illegal immigrants. They're trying to scare away hookers by having a border patrol parked and a state trooper parked at the hotel all night long.
Makes sense.
But when I mentioned it on stage, everybody knew. But we had to drive to fucking Del Rio from San Antonio because flights, forget about it.
Why forget about it?
It's hard to get there, bro. Like there's only one flight that goes there.
Oh shit.
One a day, dude.
It's one a day. So we drove to San Antonio. We flew to San Antonio, picked up a rental car, picked up Raul Sanchez, comedian from San Antonio, and we drove, bro. We fucking drove 4 hours. 4 hours, right?
2.5 hours there, and then 4 hours to Corpus.
And I told this fool, right?
Corpus Christi.
For anybody here who's ever driven to Del Rio, man, I'm going to warn you right now. When you get to Uvalde, you need to fucking slow the fuck down. Because it's one of those places where they make money by catching people speeding. Because the freeway's 70, but as soon as you get to Uvalde, there's no warning. It goes to 35.
There's like 7 towns in
Whoa.
between San Antonio and Del Rio, and they all cut through the middle of town.
There's no highway to go.
So,
There's no
that's what
exits.
you're dealing with.
So you got to go
From
through there.
70 to immediately 40, 35, and 20.
20.
And then there's always a cop right there ready to bust somebody.
There's no bribing your way.
Hell
out.
Fuck no.
Keep on talking shit, see if you don't get locked up.
No, these are some small ass towns, bro. Like restaurants I never heard of.
Oh, Dukes of Hazzard towns, huh?
We saw a big old Trump flag, right?
Mean one, dude.
You gotta go to
come
those
back.
diners though.
This sounds like where you got into drinking that knockoff Fanta that we had earlier on the show. It's funny when you were saying there's only one flight a day. I remember I went to some place once. I just bought some. Long story. Some girl bought me a ticket to go somewhere that I couldn't afford, so I was like,
Lucky.
I'll go. Lucky, yeah. Doesn't normally happen. It was going to Fiji, and I was living in
Damn.
Australia as a broke backpacker. No
You're
money.
laying it down, dog.
I was working in a hostel, sleeping with 4 dudes every night. It's not like I was pimping. So she's like, I'd like you to come with me to Fiji. I'm going for a month. Can't really go by myself. But I'll buy you the flight. But she bought me one with an airline called Air Nauru, which I never heard of in my life. It turns out it's the world's smallest island that's also a country. So when I flew there, I went to leave, and I was like, where's the flight? Like, there's no sign. There's no plane with this name on it. And they're like, oh, yeah, we just rent a plane once a week. But if the plane doesn't come, well, then it can't leave. And I was like, did it come this week? And they're like, no, I had no money. So I just had to stay another week in
Damn.
Fiji, because Air Nauru, the airline I'd never heard of, didn't come that week. And this island was so small. It was a stopover on the way to Fiji, but they had so little air traffic that the whole village came out. Every single person on the island just kind of waved
Just
at
to see the plane.
Yeah, just see the plane.
Just to see
with the
technology
lights.
in the sky.
Yeah, it was wild. But
And
you
then-
know, I never checked the fine print. I was like, going to Fiji, I'm stopping somewhere. I don't
Oh,
know
man.
where. Yeah, it was just someone with a pop-up banner at the airport that said Air Nauru, and I was like, I should have checked this one.
Well, now when he's talking, totally nothing to do with the accent I'm talking about. But when we were in Boston and we were in Chinatown, and we saw that Boston meth couple.
That was walking by.
Yeah, he was wearing like a Red Sox hat. He was
How
all
did my accent get linked
He
to
was-
a
he-
med
he-
couple?
he was
from
all
Boston?
meth.
Skinny dude.
He was
just
all
like,
methed
all
out,
wired.
right? And his girlfriend was all methed out too, bro. She looked like she's from Lowell, Massachusetts. Anyways, so these guys had like the biggest Boston accent I ever heard, bro. And they were both arguing, walking to the street, and I'm all high. And I said, "I'll see you guys later, man. What are you gonna do?" I'm gonna walk around with this couple and watch them, listen to them argue, bro, in that cool accent. He goes, "Well, you ate a whole pizza. You didn't give me a slice. You ate the whole pizza." And they were just together, bro. I don't know how to do a Boston accent.
We ain't got a car.
Thankfully, you
You ate
said
the whole pizza. It was
your accent was so unidentifiable. I wasn't sure if you were doing an Irish one or a Boston one. So I was like, I better shut up for a while and see how this plays out.
pizza.
At least you're not doing a pirate accent, which is normally how the Irish one gets played out.
Really? I didn't know that.
Dude, there's pirate. They're like, oh, so you sound
Must
like
be-
the Lucky Charms.
Must
fella.
be
You're
white
like,
people
"Take it
do that
easy."
shit. White Americans.
Dude, everyone does it to your face. We're one of the last standing minority groups where people will just do the accent right
Right
to
in
your
front of your
face.
face.
and
You know, it's
expect
funny
a
you say
positive
that, bro,
reaction.
because if
Hilarious,
you would
dude.
have grew up in my neighborhood, I don't give a fuck, bro. They would just call you Chucky.
What the fuck?
Because of Chucky, the little fucking
doll?
leprechaun, yeah.
Jesus,
Charles
They would've
Lee
just called
Ray.
him-
This is
'Cause-
really going downhill.
because-
Meth
because
addicts in Boston
from my
to a killing
neighborhood-
toy.
People from my neighborhood, and this is no lie, a lot of them don't get out much. They don't, like I'll try to invite one of my homies to go watch me at the Laugh Factory when I was a young comic. And I said, "Where is it at, bro? First, you gotta take the 101 North. Fuck that shit, homie. I don't know shit about no 101 North. I ain't gonna go. Keep it, homie. Good luck."
So
I
they're
stay
not
stagnant.
gonna. Your accent is like it's like going to villagers that never seen technology.
Yeah,
They
man, for
see-
real. So your accent right away, they they'll go like this. Fuck, where your homie at? Who? Chucky, homie.
Dude, but that's assuming you'd think people could tell the accent apart. But I remember I did a half an hour in the Purple Onion one night about Ireland in an Australian accent, and nobody said a thing. I was, oh, yeah, mate, I mean, there's some real key ingredients of being Irish that you got to be proud of, eh, mate, yeah.
Have you ever met a Scottish?
In my idea, a good
In
Aussie
Frisco.
accent. Yeah.
Hey, have you ever met a Scottish comic that fakes a Scottish accent? Do it, bro.
His name is Luke. I forgot, but he was a sham.
Really?
Yeah.
He was Scottish. He was a Scottish comedian, but this guy found out that he was not Scottish.
He
Do it, bro.
wasn't Scottish later.
He was
But
just doing that character.
Bro,
William
hardcore.
Wallace type
He
of comedy.
He would go
you
up on
know?
stage like that.
I smoke a dog, and I was like, "What's a dog? A cigarette, mate." And I was like, but it was kind of very butchered, but
I was thinking, I hope his Scottish accent is significantly better than yours.
yeah, it was
No,
terrible.
it was the same.
But it was, I think, I want to say Luke Schwartz,
Luke Askew.
but it was Luke something. But you know,
I
I
But,
don't see that.
he was
Luke
from the
Schwartz.
area, dude.
Oh, but he would do everything like
Butch and Chris introduced us.
stereotypical because we were doubting
Madly,
it.
madly.
Like in the morning, he would just eat potatoes, bro, with salt.
And then it's all, oh, you drink whiskey, just scotch.
And then he bought a piece of sausage. He was eating it raw, bro.
Who is this person?
Yeah, I assume he's
And
dead now
and
based
he
on the
used,
description.
and then he used for condoms. He used haggis.
What?
I love haggis. Though, dude.
I think he had you lads in one way. or
No,
another.
he had us.
He haggis.
He
You
haggis.
haggis, dude.
But I didn't realize, and I guess that's where it came from. Like, it wouldn't cross our mind to fake an accent. Like, why would you? We already have.
Because
a clue, and
in
so when you come to
Mexico, the
America,
comedians
they do.
Dude.
in Mexico, a lot of the
No, I never seen him.
Let me see.
Luke Ashlock.
Oh,
enough
okay.
of that. All
But
right.
I only realized there was a thing when I was in Vegas once, and I heard a guy next to us trying to chat up a girl faking an Irish accent, and we were there, three of me mates drinking Irish people, and we're like, "There's no way you're from Ireland," to his face, and then he tried to keep it going, and we're like, "No, not a chance," and called him out, and then he finally just admitted he was faking it, and off he went. But but when I do comedy, it has an impact because unless I ask the person. You know the way they ask you for credits before
Yeah.
you go on stage? I always just say, tell me from Ireland, nothing else.
Fuck,
And
you
the
false
reason is-
valored him, dog?
Huh?
You false valored him in front of a girl? You're just trying to get pussy.
Oh yeah, no, we
Fuck
did.
that.
We did. We did. Well, we were certified Irish, so we're like,
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
three of
yeah.
us. Where one of us is definitely going home with this lady, and it ain't you if it's on the basis of an accent that you're faking right now badly. You're gonna be jerking off, and someone's gonna be happier and more authentic with this experience.
Hey,
But they do fake it. If I don't get someone introduced
Someone
me
will
as Irish,
fake it, eh?
they don't believe it.
I think there's a lot of people that fake it, dude.
Or they
In America,
Fuck yeah.
or they put extra accent. Cause I know people who like when they're like around more Mexican people and they're not they don't just say a Mexican dude doesn't look Mexican. But around dark motherfuckers like me, like Mexicans, they'll start talking more Mexican, like more than me.
Inflecting the Spanish.
They'll start saying more shit like "me entiendes," "me entiendes," and "órale, tú sabes."
You didn't say
Carnalismo, bro.
That's
Like,
a lot.
And then we
the
know,
fuck?
we
Oh, then
know
they're-
because we don't say all those words all at once.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
textbook like Mexican right
That's like
there.
if somebody's going, you know what I say, mate, Guinness, over and over, Guinness, lying, faking the
God
accent.
damn.
yeah,
I'm just
we're
drinking a
catching on
yard.
that one.
Who does that?
It gets done, man.
Fool said,
Fucking
what?
phone.
Drink a yard.
Oh, we drink a yard of beer. And that's me bullshitting it,
Well, yeah, you're not gonna pass.
Hey,
off
yeah,
the
how
pass
about-
for that
how
one.
about
This
that?
fucking brown buffalo
How
over
about
here.
Bottle Me, that comedian from Boston?
Oh, we met him in Bellevue, dude.
Bellevue.
That was big Irish J.
Iris J.
Oh yeah, I had to go on.
Why
that
are you
after.
Bottle Me.
You're a nice fella, though. I think I remember. But like, you're gonna get that. There's people who lean into the stereotype of what it means to be you that are not from where you are sometimes. So like, what we try and do as comics, you gotta flip it though. But it'd be like, I don't know. But yeah, you're gonna have we get a bit of that over here, but we don't have enough Irish comics in America, and that's why, because you'd call bullshit on if you were sat there listening to someone doubling down on the stereotype. But you're like, oh,
Doubling down.
'Cause
Doubling down.
I listen, like I
See
said,
that? See
I
what
listen
I
to
did
your
there?
special, and you don't sound super Irish, But when somebody does it here in America, it's just like, dude, what's his Lucky Charms over here?
Well, I mean, that's the lowest common denominator, right? So you want to get away from that doing comedy because the easiest thing is just to talk about all day. So yeah, if you suffered through watching my special, or not so special as I called it, because there's nothing special about it whatsoever. But it's just, I'm trying to flip that all the time. Like if Americans are like, oh my God, I got so wasted because of my Irish genes. I'm like, don't blame your Irish genes. That's
Yeah,
a credit score issue.
They say that shit a lot.
This
Yeah,
fool said
they
it's a
do.
credit score issue.
Yeah.
They say that a lot.
I was like, that's not Irish genes, actually. That's a credit score issue. Yeah. I was like, the three top selling beers are in America, Budweiser, Bud Light, and Coors Light. So that's definitely a credit score issue.
I think it's
not an
Modelo
Irish
now,
issue.
though. I think
Oh,
Bud
that's
Light's up
garbage, bro.
Dude,
there.
you know
Funny
that
you say that, but I've heard that so many times back in the days. Oh, it's my Irish side. They're all fucked
Irish
up on the
gene-
floor.
The irony is, if you look at the numbers of it, we're not even in the. I think we're not even in the top 10 for consumers of alcohol per capita. I think we're like 19, and we're the second biggest drinkers of tea in the world. But we are the second biggest drinkers per capita of Corona.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're drinking like everything we
Corona.
are drinking
Good
is
beer.
not what you'd expect us. Well, Corona's good beer, but yeah, we're loving Ireland. Second biggest Corona consumers in the world.
Do you guys like Guinness?
I love Guinness, but in Ireland it's good. But ironically, the largest producer of Guinness in the world is in Nigeria, and they think it's an aphrodisiac. So it's pretty funny. They make a much stronger version of Guinness that they're like, oh, I'm gonna have a hard one after this, and you're like, oh, you're gonna have a hard time getting a hard one. That's what you're gonna have.
I haven't fucked like this since Cameroon.
Why are you gay?
Why are you gay?
I couldn't tell if you were doing a Scottish accent or some kind of Wakanda accent. there.
Who's gay?
We've been watching this video the last couple weeks. This fool pulled
Have
up.
you seen it?
It's
No.
fucking funny,
Why are you
dude.
gay?
It's like, I guess, a Nigerian dude with like a
A
transgender
Nigerian
woman.
guy. He's talking to a.
Oh, I have seen that.
Okay.
Why are you gay? He's like, it's supposed to ask
You
him a
are
question.
gay.
You're transgender.
I'm glad you explained that because I just thought it was quite a tangent when you looked at me and went, "Why are you gay?" Like, kind of African accent.
We've been fucking with it with the last couple weeks.
Here's a man pulling up a video by the sound of it.
Here it is, right
There
here.
it is, right
Oh
here.
my
Play
god,
it,
bro.
dude. Play it.
It's for you, David.
Thank you.
Studio this morning, one of the gay rights activists, Mr. Should I call you Mr. Pepe Julian Onzima. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for
Good morning. Why are you gay?
That is a very direct line of
You are
questioning.
transgender.
what shows that I'm gay?
You are a transgender and you're a gay rights activist and an outspoken lesbian, homosexual.
God.
How can I describe you? Now, we're looking at the raging debate. You're a gay rights activist. Why should someone be gay? You're having a girlfriend.
Yes.
Do you perform
He's fucking crazy, bro.
Oh God. I assume he's not employed anymore.
I'm not sexually.
Nah. He's probably got a raise after
promoted.
this.
By
Yeah.
choice.
I own the station.
by choice?
I've just not. I've chosen not to engage.
Doesn't that make you gay?
Jesus.
What do you mean? Doesn't that make me gay? I am male and attracted to a female.
So who is gay?
You tap it up.
He's just so confused.
Yeah,
fool.
it's very.
He's so confused.
It goes on for an hour and a half, and then she explains every letter of the LGBTQ community, and he's trying to get a. He finally realizes what he's talking about, but then he gets confused again when he gets callers calling in, and he goes, "Why are you interviewing him? That is an abomination to God and our country." And then everybody more was calling in, and why are you gay?
Misinformation.
So
Boys, you went down a good rabbit hole with that one.
What's up, Boom Podcast?
What's
You have
up,
shows
fool?
coming up?
Me, yeah, way too many of them, sadly. I'm just announcing a tour with like 46 cities and 12 countries, I think. So I got a
Damn.
bit carried away.
You're locked and loaded, huh?
Yeah.
There it
slightly.
is, man.
Oh, look at that. Not that one. I think it's the next one down. I haven't put the dates on there yet. They're coming out next week. But yeah, that's my scary head. There's some dates I did in the past if you want to go back in time and see
Yeah,
what
go
it was
back in
like
time.
to
Go watch
experience. yeah.
Mr. Nighthill.
You'll see me doing a Scottish accent and asking people why are they gay.
What are
They're
you
like,
gay,
I don't know
mate?
where he stole this material from, but it is killing here. He's just interviewing audience members, asking them where they're gay in a Wakandan accent.
So what's up, man? You got a development deal after Montreal?
No, man.
No.
No.
It's all like, no, man.
Not at
That
all.
was the bet. I was on the same show with you in Montreal. One of them, I think you were practicing for whatever you had.
Oh, you,
time,
the one with Russell Peters.
no, well, you did the one with Russell Peters. They wouldn't let me on that quality. show.
Surrounded?
No, it was where you were like running a set for one. Yeah, the gala one. That you
The gala
recorded.
one, yeah.
But it was the funniest because like he got to the end and he looked at the time. He's like, "Oh, I guess I need to do more jokes to figure it out."
That's
this
right. It was
time."
short.
Yeah,
It was short, and then when I did it again, it was long. It was the audience,
It was the
yeah.
audience. But it's nice because everybody's
Yeah.
kind of doing stuff that they have taped, but they just threw me on the show. I guess
I worked
somebody
hard on
dropped
that
out.
set, man.
Well, yeah, that's why you have skills. I had none, so they're like, we need someone who we will not tape in any way, shape, or form. Get up there and just be an idiot. So that's what I did for a few minutes.
Who's gay?
That's a good question.
So what's up, man? Did you smoke anything good out there when you were in Canada?
Did I? No, sadly not. I was
I
focused.
believe it.
Sadly not. I used to live there in Montreal years ago when it wasn't so legal to be getting that stone. You just opened the window 20. I went to university there for like an exchange student program. It was like Ireland's first ever one and last. So they kind of closed it off to Irish people after we went there. We got a bit drunk and a bit crazy for a few months. But first time proper living away from home. But Montreal's a great city for it until you go there in the middle of winter and you realize it's like minus 43 degrees every day. Place is not the same in winter, I'll tell you that for free. I felt like I got catfish because I went there first in summer and I'm like, oh, this place is epic. And then I moved there in January and I'm like, oh, this was a bad idea.
So you did that sober comedy show, right? Or clean comedy? What was the website where you went viral?
Oh.
Dry bar?
Dry bar.
Yeah, that was funny. That was the first ever.
Yeah, that's the one I saw.
Oh,
when,
yeah.
when you're talking about the Irish and Mexican one, the one that went viral.
Oh, I think that was another one that I just did. Yeah, because I didn't do it in Irish Mexican, that one. I don't know when. There's been a few of them, thankfully. And it got to the point where loads of
Oh, yeah.
Latinos started showing up to shows. So it's
Hell
been
yeah.
more and more Mexicans, more and more Brazilians. I did a few things about Brazilian Portuguese. But yeah, the Mexicans coming is epic because all of a sudden when they're getting their 23 and me results, they're like, how did this 11% Irish get in here?
I know. I have 3%.
See, we're always in there. I think you're all conceived in an orgy. I don't know how it came to be.
I used to have a bit because I used to say that because when I did my ancestry, I was 11% Greek Italian. Me la pelas. And then 3% Irish, and I would say, yeah, those are the 3 red hairs that show up right here every summer.
Didn't need that visual. I'd ask you if you were gay, but I feel that's
Who's gay?
already been done.
Why are you
Why are you
gay?
gay?
Why are
Because
they
my
red?
red hairs.
Yeah.
You are red and gay.
You tell that to Canelo. I'm not telling them about it.
Zapatricios, bro. Tell about the Zapatricios, bro. If people can know.
What, there's a lot, yeah. San
You
Patricio.
know, there's a movie about it, right? With Tom Selleck, I think.
Yeah, there's loads of stuff around it. I mean, I think it's
Mercenaries.
September 12th, yeah. But they're basically a bunch of Irish that ended up.
We gotta do
fighting.
the movie, bro. Starting you and Tom Hardy, bro. What's up?
I'll take it. I'll be in it.
That'd be so badass.
As long
huh?
as he's not doing a Scottish accent in the background and you're not asking people are they gay while Sal looks fairly
Who's
chill.
That's
down the
all that's in
corner.
the
Give me
script.
another.
That is-
give me
that's
that.
all that's
That's the
script.
pilot.
Give
Sorry.
me the Scottish, bro.
Thank
Why
God
are
this-
you gay?
Okay.
You're starting to look like a dog.
You know why I laugh so much?
Why,
Because it
dog?
remind me of
Get in my bottom.
fucking Mike Myers and So I Married Axe Murder.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good ass
The
movie,
dad-
bro.
The fucking dad
The
is funny.
fucking dad.
Fucking
He has a big
hilarious.
head. Say, do the big head.
He has a big head, but I was like,
Heed.
he got the big heat.
Yeah, it's a ridiculous
Yeah,
accent.
dude. I was like, dude, I haven't seen that movie in like 7 years, bro.
I say, whoa, man. Whoa, man.
That's a good ass movie, dude. I
Lunel's
forgot.
in it.
I haven't seen it.
Young, huh?
Dude, but you definitely doing on the San Patricios. There's been a lot around, but it's basically a bunch of Irish guys who ended up changing sides, fighting on behalf of Mexico. I think they were a bit influenced by Latinas, turned it around, ended up all
Bit of
getting
Catholicism,
executed.
right?
Yeah, but like similar, same people, same sort of style of approach.
Catholicism.
Catholicism, yeah, a bit of a love of boozing, and I think I said drinking, dancing, fighting, mostly working
Yeah.
in construction, being Catholic, loving soccer.
That's funny, man. Like when you watch that movie, man, like
Football.
American History, the movie with History of Gangs. What's that movie?
Oh,
with?
Gangs in
gangs
New
in New York.
Bro, you see when the Irish are coming in, they just fucking setting them to a fight in the South,
Yeah, dude.
like separating them from their families. To go, here's a gun. You want
Well-
to eat twice a day? Go fight the South.
Well, they
Just like that. That's
they-
fucked up,
Well,
bro.
they were arriving from mass starvation, so like they all got off the boat hungry after traveling for months, and it was like, you're refugees, nice, but the only way we're taking you is you're going to go fight. And then when they
Couple
went down to
pieces of
fight in
bread.
Mexico, they were like, yeah, we like these fellas. So they ended up fighting, first European country in history to fight on behalf of Mexico. And then they all got executed, and it was the biggest mass execution still to this day in the history of North America. They hung all 85 of them, tortured them, hung them for
85
doing
Irish.
it. But they became kind
Damn.
of
Saints.
legends, and it was
Yeah.
in what's now modern day. Well, it was in Texas, which is now a lot of the origin of them where they settled. Some of the families linked to them was Guadalajara, and that's where
Canelo's from.
Canelo. Yeah, and his name is Barrigan, which is an Irish
An Irish name.
And
That's
then you
the
had-
mother's name.
What's the other one? Obion. Yeah, they had the second. There's been two Irish presidents in Mexico, and
Fox?
Obion is O'Brien. Yeah, it's an airport named after him, a city like 1920. So they're pretty
I thought
interlinked.
there's a restaurant, Mexican restaurant, a chain of restaurants here in LA back in the day called Barragan's.
Oh yeah, yeah. But that's his actual name, Canelo. He's definitely got Irish background.
Barragan.
Yeah.
Right, Barragan?
So what's
Yeah.
the name? She was saying it right, huh? Barrigan.
Yeah, Barrigan. That's the Irish
bearded
version
lady.
of it.
The
As soon as
bearded
it hits
lady.
Mexican soils, Barrigan.
Barrigan. But then that's the same with Obion. That was O'Brien, and they're like, well, how do we pronounce that? We better Latinize that somehow. So yeah, there's when I got lost down there for years, I just loved it, going around Mexico and learning the history of it and getting a bit of language on the way. It's just like when you say something random in Spanish, they don't expect you to. You know, Maná, the Mexican band, is a lot like
Maná.
U2. Yeah, Maná. But they're like U2. Like every song sounds a little bit similar. Like they're easy enough to understand. Everything's a giant hit. So like I was learning Spanish listening to Maná songs, so I'd be like rapping a bit like "Me vale todo," like they're
Vale, vale.
no me importa lo que se la gente de mí, que me ando espacio, yo que quiero, ¿quién eres tú para decir? Something like that, wasn't it?
Hell yeah.
I can't sing or rap or even sound like that band. But they have all the lyrics repeat all the time. It's always like hundido en cadenas and mariposas and el sol, mi amor, el cielo, mi vida. And before you know it, you're kind of busting out sentences. So I'd be
You were
down.
probably fucking, huh? If you're learning about nothing but mana lyrics.
Man, it's definitely helped when you're like, "Oy, mi mariposa, el sol, mi esperanza, mi vida, mi
Damn.
media naranja,
Yeah.
abrázame
Hitting all the
un
bullet
besito."
points.
God damn.
Well, it's all mariposas and romancy stuff. So it's funny. I got really into my. I could finish if you started singing a song. I could finish the lyrics of it. That used to be me bet joking with my
Oye,
Mexicans.
mi amor, no me digas que no.
Bando despa. That's Rayando it. Oh no, it's something else song.
It's got the whole
No
catalog.
me digas que no, paro el amor que al cielo. Something or other. But it's always like same lyrics. So I got into it. I love down there when I just say some random thing and they'd be like, "Where did this gringo? Este puta gringo, ¿dónde está aprender el español así?" I'd be like, "Por si las moscas, traiga esca, por si las moscas." And they're like, "Por si las moscas? Where the fuck did he learn that?" So it just gets more fun the more you get into it because they don't expect you to know anything about it, you know. But the Irish and the Mexican cultures are a big time linked. Like you get drunk and you stare at that flag long enough, they're the same.
Get rid of the eagle.
Dude, I used to say behind, like, the immigration, they're all in the same immigration cycle. Like, you know, every immigrant group comes here and gets screwed over, and eventually they shag their way to president. Irish people are just more advanced than Mexicans. But, like, Mexican is the next wave. Mexican, Chinese. So you say, like, behind every Latino with a leaf blower is an Irish guy with a rake. If you think about it. That's kind of the evolution of it. If you've had, like, Darwin's image and you got stoned out of your head and looked at it long enough from a guy going from a rake to a leaf blower. But, like, we're just in that cycle a bit. We were just a bit more effective our shagging our way to president. Because you haven't had a Latino big leader, have you, in the States at all? Which is weird for the scale of the percentage you have. Like, it's
De La
definitely
Hoya.
coming.
Isn't it?
Yeah, Canelo.
What's up, fool? What's some of those dates?
Oh, yeah.
September 1st, that's this Friday, I'll be at Coachella, California, Spotlight Casino. September 2nd, Laredo, Texas, the Casablanca Theater. September 8th through the 10th, I'll be in Phoenix, stand up live. September 15th, Temecula, Pachanga. Let's start the Pachanga at the Pachanga Casino. September 16th, Albalene, Texas. Fresno, California, Tower Theater, September 21st. September 22nd, Merced Theater. September 23rd, Fox Theater in fucking Visalia, California. Tickets at FelipeWorld.com. Don't forget, big show October 7th at the Peacock Theater with Ken Flores just added.
Oh,
So
nice.
far.
I did a show with him last night. Funny man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he's a beast.
What's up, fool?
What's
Up, man? How's the store treating you?
Pretty good, man. You know, getting up late, you know, because I'm a new paid, one of the newer paid regulars, they put me up at like midnight and shit. So I go up there for 11 people. I bomb for 11 people. Sometimes I do okay for 11 people.
Do the comedy stores still let people hang out outside? Like in the old days, just hanging out?
Yeah, you can just come hang, bro.
But you just can't go in through the, hang out by the OR no more, right?
No, you can still hang out like on the hallway, but you just can't be, if you're
You
a
can't
paid
go
regular.
in.
You can go in the back and watch still.
But you can like hang out in the back and blaze and be with a comic. You just can't get into the ballet room or the OR hallway, right?
Yeah, the hallway is just for paid regulars.
Like you can't even go in the bathroom, nothing, huh?
Hallways for paid regulars?
The hallway is just for paid regulars
And they're guests, right?
And they're
and their guests.
well, that
Yeah.
makes sense because you need a ticket to get in.
No. The hallway you could just keep dudes in the bathroom, but if you're just gonna linger,
You gotta be linger
You
outside.
can't linger
can't
without
linger.
a
Yeah, you
reason
just
to be
go to
there.
the bathroom.
Somebody.
Yeah, you could just gotta be a paid regular.
Dude, I've been peeing and lingering there for years. This is big news to me.
Yeah, because if
Peeing
you're
and lingering.
likable enough, like the door guys over are like,
They
oh,
let you
this,
go, yeah.
This guy's fine.
Yeah,
He's
because I've
cool,
been
he's never a
urinating as I
nuisance.
please and never asking permission.
But if
until
you're a
this moment.
promoter, never pays.
Oh, we'd ask you to leave immediately. I know my crew, but could you get out of the hall, please? Get out of here. But yeah, it's the most hangoutable place, man. It's the hierarchy of like hanging out in the front to get and still hanging out in the back and blazing in the back.
And there's no way you're bombing for 11 people ever. I'd say we've done shows on and off together for more years than I can remember. I've never seen you have a bad set in
Look
your
at
whole
me, Dave.
existence.
Look at me. They've been breaking me. All right.
A humble man over there.
I'm a humble man.
He's
all right?
humble.
I'm back from JFL. I'm doing 12:30 at night. All right, looking at people in the eyes who just watched a 4-hour show.
True.
They don't want to see me.
At least you didn't leave JFL on a Greyhound bus like I did.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did the Slow Comedy Festival together. Remember, you had Best of the Fest and your
Yeah,
big
that was
fancy
fun.
Slow,
theaters
San Luis
down there.
Obispo, right?
Yeah, that was a
one's
good
fun.
festival, man.
Yeah, I've
Did-
done that one twice.
That
Did we
theater-
do it? No, huh? We just did a
Yeah,
show there.
done that twice. Yeah,
Slow
it's
Fest.
cool the way they do it because you never forget it. Like, you basically don't know if you're staying anywhere on the last night or you're doing another show. So they select kind of the 5 best of the fest or 6th, and then. But it's great fun. Everyone stays in the same hotel. But there's all that, like, did I make it or not? Am I doing this theater show? Am I getting
Suspense.
back home? Yeah, so they kind of remember you when they come out and give you your T-shirt in front of everyone else. And, you know, there's some serious comics there a lot of the time.
My boy,
Yeah, it was fun.
my boy Robert Amoto got hella drunk, so he spent like $70 at a taqueria. He bought like 4 burritos.
I
And
know
then, like,
him.
I just ate one of the burritos. He was like, keep eating. I was like, what the fuck? I'm not going to eat 2 more burritos, bitch, just because you bought all this food because you got hella high and drunk. I was like,
Dude, we had one of the Irish lads that came over on the tour we had. We brought him to get a Philly cheesesteak because we're like, you're in Philadelphia, you're meant to eat these things. And we had one. We're like, jeez, this is disgusting. I've never had one of these again. And then he got
I
so
see
wasted
it.
that night that we all got up the next morning for an early flight. And we look at the doorstep and there's a bag of 3 Philly cheesesteaks with his name on it. And we're like, when did you order more the thing you said you'd never eat? He said, I didn't order that. Like, it definitely says your name on the front of the bag. And he'd actually ordered it. 'Cause he was so drunk he forgot he ordered it. Having already bought one on the walk home again. I was like, that's a new level of messed up when you
I would
forget.
have microwaved
ordering
that shit and
food.
ate it, bro.
You would. I think he did. I think he did.
How you gonna waste that?
Dude, I used to do that in the UK when you'd get that drunk that you're like, geez, I need
Fish
to
and
eat
chips.
food. Yeah, walking home, living in London, and I'd wake up next day, I'd have like
London.
5 receipts for fish and chips. I'm like, I was so drunk, trying to sober myself up, I stopped to eat 5 times on the way
Damn,
home.
hell yeah. That's
Yeah,
a
and you'd
mad
only
drunk
figured out
move.
from the receipts.
we were all
Oh,
fucked up
boy.
at JFL at that Lebanese place. Just
Yeah,
sitting
bro. Hell yeah, dude.
That was
We ate
fucking
good that
good.
night.
You were
That was
fucked up?
That was a little buzz.
Yeah,
I
I
had
was
like
fucked
2
up.
drinks.
I was fucked up.
Montreal's a
Weed.
good place for getting pretty messed up. I got so messed up there once I woke up in Boston and I lived in Montreal and I had no idea how I got from Montreal to Boston, which is quite a commute. It's about 5.5 hours in someone's car. I was obviously having a too good a time.
Keep driving.
That-
It wasn't me driving, thankfully.
That's
you
the
gonna
night I
say?
was taking the edibles. But like, that's the but edibles I brought because the weed we were smoking in Canada was.
Nothing.
Oh man, bro, it just gave me headaches.
Hell yeah, dude. That's what I was telling this fool. I was like, it's not even getting me high, bro.
I was-
Really? Because originally that was a big weed place.
Yeah, originally it
Had the
was, but now
reputation.
it's like the weed's kind of like,
Terrible.
yeah, it's not good at all, dude.
I, think
well,
I
you're
bought
kinda
so much
spoiled in
weed. I just kept
California.
buying
Yeah,
weed.
we're
I was like,
definitely
maybe it's
spoiled
me.
here.
Maybe it's me. But then I started asking other people. They're like, no, I don't feel good. I was like,
I don't
oh,
feel shit.
geez,
It was almost if I
sucks.
was smoking like kind of like red hair a little bit.
Yeah, it was.
I get like a little lingering headache from it.
That's it. I feel like it just made me take naps from headaches. It didn't get me high. I thought that was high.
What's up, fool? That's what I want to tell you, man. When we were
What
at the
happened,
when
huh?
we were at the fucking border in Del Rio,
Yeah.
that's when like in Texas, like a lot of people like the food is totally different, man. First of all, from California. Over there, like you buy a taco and it's the same size as a burrito over here. What they do is they don't roll it. They fold it in one time and give it to you. So you might get a big fucking tortilla with rice, with beans and meat, but they don't roll it like a blunt the way we do it. They
Quesadilla
just fold it
style?
in one half, like a quesadilla,
Just like a big taco.
like a big taco.
Oh, that sounds good. Still.
But if you're not careful, bro, the beans will spill, bro.
Yeah.
The grease.
Dude, they don't mess around with portions in that place.
Hell
Around
no.
this pandemic, after when I came back from living in the Canary Islands, we lived in Austin for 3 or 4 months. But yeah, you'll put on some weight there fast.
I like Austin, man. You could dress up like a bunny and run for mayor.
They'll ask you, are you gay though?
Are you gay? Why do you hop?
They wouldn't. They'll know the question, the answer already.
Why do you hop?
Why you're eating carrots?
Why are you eating carrots?
So you performing at the mothership?
Nah, I've never been to Austin.
No.
I've always wanted to go, but I've never.
Dude,
No,
so,
I've never
it's
been.
so good for comedy.
I'm headlining there in December, bro. 7, 8, and 9, I think.
I think I'm doing Cap City when I
Huh?
go back there.
The middle of December.
14th and 17th, I think.
14, 15, and 17. 16, 17, right?
Yeah.
That's a lot of days.
He's like, what? Oh shit, that's a lot. 4 days.
4 days, yeah.
It does get to that though, where you don't know the details. They're like, "Where you going?" You're like, "I've no idea. I've totally lost track at this stage." Like, I never thought I'd get to the moment where you're asking someone, "Where are we tonight?" Just as you go, "Good evening," place I didn't really know until this
happens,
moment in
dude.
time. Yeah, it really does. It all blends into one road life in it. But Austin's epic. Get your arse out there for some shows. It's like a permanent comedy festival half the time. There's so many shows.
There's a lot of comedy clubs. There's a comedy club called Roscoe's Comedy Club.
Mm-hmm.
They have roast battles there. That's like you could start off at Roscoe's and then work your way down to the mothership and do Sunset Room, Christina
Vulcan,
Sunset
the
Strip.
Vulcan,
Creek in the Cave,
and the Velveeta Room.
Velveeta, Cap City. Creek
That's
in
a
the
lot
Cave.
of rooms within like a 2-mile radius.
That was what made it fun. So when there was no comedy going on anywhere else, and there was an influx there of comedians, but not crazy amount at the second wave of the pandemic. That's when I was doing a road trip to Corpus Christi, funny enough, and we just stopped off in Austin, and it was so cool for comedy. We're like, fuck it, stay around here for a few months. I was there 4 months, and you'd just be running between clubs every night. It was the only place I'd ever been there was more demand for comedy than comedians to fulfill that demand at the time.
Oh damn!
Yeah, price of admission was definitely COVID, but it was like, I think I lasted 3 weeks. So I was like, oh, this is it. All right, thanks, Texas. But yeah,
I can't breathe.
Did you,
There was a bit of
did you
that.
get you got COVID in Texas?
I got it originally in LA and then for the second time in Texas. Yeah, I got it early in LA. I was stuck in. Do you know Matt Kirshen? He's a English comic, very funny guy. I ended up at
What's his name?
Matt Kirshen. He's a funny, nice guy. He was working with Jim Jeffries for a while, writing on that show, and you'll see him on the show quite a bit. But yeah, he let me house sit, and I just had to keep his cat alive. So I ended up getting COVID during that period. I was just doing an involuntary quarantine with this psycho cat just attacking me every single day for 14 days. I was quite glad to get out
Why'd
of
you
that
give
house.
me COVID?
Yeah,
Who's cat?
Larry Bubbles tribute.
Who's
Yeah.
pussy?
It's my little buddy right there, bro.
Yeah, that was COVID first blast. Well, where I was living we were off the coast of Africa in one of the Canary Islands, part of Spain, called Fuerteventura. So it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. So it was affected by COVID, but not as much. So you kind of just got on with it. It's an island, middle of nowhere.
What's up, fool? Thank you, everybody who's been posting up, telling me they saw me on Blue Beetle. Thanks.
Yeah, man.
What?
Fucking hell. You're on Blue Beetle for real?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah, everybody keeps recording it in the theater.
Everybody records in the theater, but I'm in like.
I thought you said that like ironically, fool. I didn't know you.
No, I'm not
I
supposed
thought
to-
it was a reference
I'm
to
not
his
supposed to.
tracksuit.
I'm not supposed
I
to promote
honestly
it
thought I didn't know.
because of SAG after. But
You got all serious. Like what? I was like, I didn't know.
that's funny. The last year when I mentioned my dad died, I said it the same way, and I just kept going like, "Yeah, my dad died." Then I kept talking and shit. Last week,
Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
Yeah, I'm in like in a small little. There's a scene in a movie where the computers are messing up. There's a virus, and then it switches to Spanish television, and everybody, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Like, and then I'm the only one that knows what it is, and I'm laughing, going, that's and then like cut.
Okay, and okay.
But my fans who watch it, they're like, as soon as I pop up, it's like a surprise to them, right? So they go, fuck yeah! Oh, and then the movie keeps going.
Everybody's like, I was the only one who shouted in the theater.
It's fucking cool, dude.
That's sick as fuck.
Yeah, man.
I thought you were legit like I was Blue Beetle. Like
One more Marvel movie, bro, and I could do Comic-Con.
The city.
Who are you? I'm the guy with one line, bro.
I was
What
in
up?
3 different films with one line.
We signed that poster, player.
Yeah, it's more lines than I have in any. I thought you were genuinely talking about your very blue tracksuit that you had going on there.
We both. That's like when
The
it
Blue's
didn't
Clues.
hit right away.
Yeah, I
would've
didn't want to say I had to
complimented
sit
right
here in
away.
a
I was
blue
like, oh,
T-shirt. I
You're
was
being
like, who am I
ironic.
to judge?
Yeah, well, we shot that shit in April of last year.
Last year.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's tight as fuck. Well, like for that one line, how long were you there?
A whole day. 2 days.
yeah. In Atlanta.
In Atlanta. They flew me to Atlanta. First class, first of all. First class. And I was there for a day for COVID testing all day long. And then the next day we shot the shoot, the film, the shot. And then
Yeah.
the next day after that I left.
Damn, in and out.
You auditioned for George's role.
I auditioned for George Lopez role. The bigger role.
You were one of the first. Huh?
Me and another actor from Westworld,
Clifton Collins.
Clifton Collins, we both auditioned for it. We're supposed to hang out with the main actor, but then it got COVID, and we had to do it on Zoom.
God damn. So
That's tight.
people don't know about that part. Like just because they see someone do like one line, I was like, I bet you that fool was there for like 12 hours.
yeah.
I was.
yeah.
It was like 4 hours.
And
less
they
than
start
4 hours.
talking about lunch. You're like, what are you talking about lunch? I
Oh,
have
bro, let
one
me
line.
tell you something about
I have
lunch.
one line.
Let me tell you something about lunch. We shot it so fast that we were gonna finish right before they announced lunch. But I was working with these actors who know all the SAG rules, and these motherfuckers knew, well, they're gonna try to get rid of it before lunch. But I'm gonna go hide her. Or I'm gonna go disappear.
Fools are in the bathroom.
I'm gonna start a technical problem or something, right?
Did it work?
Well, no, they cut us, but they made those guys. They still gave us our lunch because they're gonna start lunch 30 minutes after they cut us, but we ended up staying. But the guy that Philip just posted up, he was one of the guys that there's a photo of him eating his big ass lunch. But we're talking big fucking steaks, bro, with shrimp and
Damn, the
mashed
works.
potatoes. I left, dog.
You, had,
I'm
I
out.
want to get the hell out of there, dude.
you had me at potatoes.
On his YouTube special.
Your YouTube special, bro.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, don't promote. There's nothing special about it. Just find something better
We
to watch.
just say something about it though.
There it is,
Well,
right there.
it's out there. Oh yeah, that's it.
70 million views, right?
Free.
You added a 0, but I greatly appreciate that. I think you added 2 zeros. Might be about 700 something thousand, but yeah, free to watch. Don't know if
Oh,
it made
yeah.
any sense. I did add subtitles myself, so I hid some jokes in there. They're like, "Who'd you
Who said
outsource this
myself?
to?" Myself. Yeah, sounds better.
Bro, you're so humble, bro.
You said you're dyslexic, right?
I am. That's why the subtitles could be interesting. I did have nobody check those.
You and Willie, dog.
Bro.
Do the dyslexic show, bro.
Right there, bro. Just trying to keep it in order, bro.
The abuse you get when you're making your own posters for doing shows in America when you spell towns wrong, which I tend to do. And I made them. I didn't know. there was-
Towns, TOWNES.
I got that one from you. I didn't know there was like 43 Springfields in America. I had a feeling there was a reason they must have used that name in The Simpsons to be the most generic town. Sure enough, the most popular town name. I'm like,
Totally.
you've made that mistake, you know.
Springfield, Missouri, right?
Springfield?
It could be
Springfield,
Ohio.
Massachusetts.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
Springfields.
Ohio, Missouri.
Yeah, I had
Mass.
no idea.
Springfield soda, my favorite.
How did you know there was like?
I know that soda. That's a Safeway soda.
Yeah,
Guys
they're
are going
old
down
school,
for
by
bro.
Iris.
knockoff Fanta. But yeah, I didn't know.
Springfield is a knockoff Fanta, bro.
It sounds like it.
They have all those, the orange, the purples,
Then we got knee high.
lime green.
Lime Green sounds like another movie he was in. I didn't know there was 3 Vegases in America. I'm like, surely you just stop at one. It's kind of like in New York. It's like, we use the name. Surely it makes that much.
Wait,
of a
there's 3
splash.
Las Vegases.
Yeah,
There's a Mexico, New York.
What?
yeah. There's some very
There's a
confusing.
town of Mexico, New
America, they
York.
just ran out of stuff to name it after and just started cycling it.
Paris, Texas.
There's a
Yeah.
Iran, Texas, too.
Yeah, there's a lot of Dublins. I'll tell you that for
Not
free.
Dublin. There's Dublin, Ohio. There's
Dublin, California.
California, man.
That one has so many Asians in it. So
Yeah,
weird.
I did an Indian festival there one night, and it was all the Desi festival that they
Yeah.
do. It's great. One of the best comedy shows I ever did. It was all Indian lineup for the most part, and me, and it was in Dublin, California. And they're like, well, they told us we needed local
Kabisi was
representation.
all mad.
Yeah. They're like, we needed local representation,
dude.
but I think someone made a clerical error, and we got this guy from the other Dublin. And I'm like, just come out with the accent.
Hello.
Hello. No, better than that, thankfully.
So you performed at Tommy T's in Pleasanton?
Yeah, it was probably one of the first shows I ever did. Tommy T's, definitely within the first year or two. They used to go out. They do a competition there. If you won it on a Wednesday, they'd give you a spot in theory. But yeah, I think I won that.
You get to
one, I think.
open for Ali Tony.
Get to open for Kabir Singh. I think that's what happened.
man.
Sammy Obey.
He's there the whole time. Yeah.
No, man, bring everybody here, man.
Dude, I was always the first. That's the crazy thing about doing all these comedy clubs in America. That I'm 9 times out of 10, I'm the first Irish-born comic who's ever been there. It's kind of weird that you're like, there must be a few, and you're like, geez, no, they're just too busy touring around the UK and Australia and all the rest of the world. So
But you're like all over the place, fool. Like you're like, if you're in the Bay, you're like at every show. You're
I
like the
try
most
and-
Mexican work ethic Irish fool.
Irish, the same work ethic, man.
Yeah.
We love working, drinking, and not talking about working, and just get on with it. Be humble, or someone's gonna smash you in the face. That's kind of it in a nutshell.
It's a good attitude to have.
You got shows coming up?
Yeah, we do.
But after that,
You already
I'm
plugged all
humble and
his.
shit. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, you already plugged all the shows I have. No, yeah, I am. I'm doing Selma, California.
Selma.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
Damn,
September
Selma. Big time.
7th and 8th.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh, also, man, go check out Martin Rizzo. He's gonna be performing at the Well Comedy Club in Bakersfield.
Yeah, that's a
I don't
fun
know
club.
the date.
Saturday.
This Saturday, go check him out. September 2nd, I think, at the Well Comedy Club in Bakersfield.
You're a good man for the promo. Did you give the Comedy Central a shout out? You got to be sending people. For
Shout
that.
out
That's
to the
beautifully done.
Selma.
Oh, there you go.
Shout out to the Selma. Yeah, go watch that Comedy Central special. It's got like no views on it. You over here got 700,000. Mine's got like 59,000.
Yeah, that's
They don't-
probably. I'd say that's my family. All 700,000 of those views are my mum just looping it on repeat, trying to find out what I'm saying about her.
There you go.
There's definitely a few dodgy stories in there that I wasn't too sure about putting out into the world, but
Why are you gay?
yeah, I didn't address that.
Who's gay?
You never know.
That's true though. Very true.
Yeah, it's true as. You're a good man for giving the promo shout outs. I'm no good at doing it. People are always like, what do you have to promote? Like, I don't care. And apparently that's not a good recipe for success. They're like, at least tell them
What ifs?
something. Yeah, who cares? Someone will show up if you're
What you
any
do
good.
today, man?
Me?
Kill roaches?
Hell no. I had to get these cabinets ready for a living room, and then put pay the guys that did the floor, and then had to go back and pick up the kids and take them to school and all that bullshit, and then fucking took a shower and came here.
Damn.
About 6 hours.
It don't
Went to
get
shit.
better than that.
Never say die.
I just pictured you in a room working on that Scottish accent all day.
Oh no, dude! I'm working at it in front of you, dude. Shit. Ain't no lessons, dude. I was on YouTube all day trying to get the little fucking shit down.
I feel like you just do the impressions here, right?
Yeah, just when they pop in my head, or come on, dog, Joe Diaz, boom, what's going on, cocksucker?
Yeah.
I'm back.
Yeah, that one you got.
Whatever.
The ones who are like really good, they like gotta do it in front of the mirror. All
Yeah, but
serious.
it gets too
Top of the
obsessive.
morning
It gets
to
too
ya.
obsessive, dude. Then you start getting weird and creepy. It's like, who the fuck is this person next to me?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's too much of a fucking sleuth.
Just
and
in the
like,
moment.
yeah, that's the best ones.
I love doing the old accents, but the ones I'm anyway good at, just they don't play in America. What's it like? South African accent. I love that when I have my babbut and you have all the words from Afrikaans, and over here they're like, what is that? Yeah, see,
That's
it
what
went
we
straight
know.
for Corsa.
Yeah, that's what we know
exactly.
here, though. Like you said, like when we do the Irish accent, it's always Lucky Charms type of shit, and it's like,
Dude, it's brutal. But the Irish one is funny. Even Amazon spent 9 months hiring a team of engineers. They were trying to do AI to recreate an Irish accent. That was the one that broke them. It took them 9 months
Oh
to
my
figure out
God.
how to replicate it without sounding kind of racist.
or when we were like, when black people do the Mexican accents, what's up, home? Yeah, home.
Yeah,
It's like,
they always sound like-
damn,
they
all
always-
right, bro. Like,
When black people do Mexicans, they always sound like Tony Montana.
yeah, like it's almost too much. It's like,
or the extra.
it's
extra
like, bro,
chumbo.
you grew up here,
Yeah,
but that's
from
what
the
y'all
70s.
sound
It's
like
from
in
the
my head,
70s.
though.
My favorite is nearly the opposite when Americans are so nervous doing accents that they try and speak Spanish, but they don't change their voice at all. So it's just like, yo quiero un hamburguesa. And you're like, there's no way that's what that
I heard
language
this, I
sounds
was
like.
watching these Chinese guys. I think they're in China. They're making fun of white Americans. It was hilarious, dog.
What are they saying,
The
fool?
fool said, he went like this, let me use my credit card. I died, bro.
That's fucking funny,
He
bro.
goes, what type of milk is that? And then, bro, everything was fucking stereotypical, bro. It was so fucking funny, dog.
And we see that shit. It's so true, though.
Give me a better price. They will die, dog.
The credit card one just got me right
He
now.
went like this. I'll pay with my credit card. But it was for the Asian guy went like this.
His eyes fucking with them. Reverse racism, man.
Reverse racism, dog. Fuck.
What's up, serial killer? You having a good time, bro?
I'm a straight serial killer right now.
Fruit Loops and shit?
I'm a
Cornflakes?
killer.
I was pretty stoked. I had my mom's dog. Just chilling. I take that fool to the dog park every day. Just smoke a joint, take the fool to the dog park and throw the ball. And then like I just had to return him. Now I'm like, nah, I ain't got that dog no more. I'm like, I need to get another dog. Or
You're just
some shit.
lurking around the dog parks suspiciously.
And start kidnapping dogs and shit, huh?
Yeah.
Me, I got up. I started playing with a dog too, bro. Hide and go seek. I just run from him and hide all over the house. Let him look for me.
Does he like try to find you?
Yeah.
He catches you every time just with the smell,
The
huh?
smell.
Yeah, fuck
But he liked
yeah,
looking.
dude.
She liked looking.
But you guys play the game like you're
Yeah.
behind the door and
The door.
she knows.
But I hide and then I run outside and have her chase me. she likes these toys.
Yeah.
Toys.
I'd be making like
Oh, and
weird.
I went to a fucking dentist, bro. Because I had an abscess.
Wait, okay.
Yeah, so I got all my shit removed, and they're going to pull in a whole new bridge in my mouth.
Don't like
Looking
sound
good,
of that.
dude.
How bad was the abscess? Like pain
Bro,
wise?
I had like, he said with like a big pimple right here, and I had my whole mouth was swollen.
Well, how about when we went to Chinatown in Boston to go look for
Oh, shit, we went to
antibiotics,
we
bro?
went to Chinatown to look for antibiotics. We were all over the fucking Chinatown. I found antibiotics that were illegal in 5 countries, bro. And I took them, bro.
And then we used the chat GBT to like to
God.
translate with the lady, because this is straight from these people, like straight from China, bro.
This lady did not speak no English, bro.
Whatsoever.
But you got no English antibiotics.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I
took them.
fucking I Google search Chinese antibiotics, and then I said it the way this person said it,
Ni hao.
and then I looked for turmeric, because turmeric that brings down swelling,
Yeah.
natural swelling, inflammation. So man, she fucking had some. I'm used to seeing turmeric in powder form.
Hell no, she pulled out that
she
ginseng.
had bark, bro. She had chips.
Slices.
Of it, dog. And she had a scale from the fucking 1 BC, bro.
It was like Lady Liberty, her scale.
Bro, she had a scale from 1 BC. Like if she was selling crack, they go say, bitch, that scale don't shit. That shit don't work.
It's all analog.
She was holding with her hand, and it had 2 little symbols, and she had like a little. It was like a, I don't know, like a dice, and she was bringing it up and down, and she was going like this, and she gave me $5 worth of turmeric tea, and she was scaling it, bro, like we were in China in the beginning of the world, bro. 1 BC, I was Marco Polo buying fucking herbs, bro. That's how her fucking scale was. Like
Wait.
she made that shit out of string.
How'd you get the ancient Chinese magic that fast? Like, were you just going around Chinatown asking?
Bro, I walked around Chinatown. I went to a spice place, and I saw nothing but I saw a fucking Asian guy come out of the place with one of those 3-wheelers. Jigsaw?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. Well, I just went in there, bro, because I saw a bunch of older
Herb
Asian
dealers,
people coming
dude.
in there.
Herb
Wait,
dealers.
the best part of this is you were with him, so you
Yeah.
had a valid second opinion, which you must have ignored along the way. Towards like, do we really know what we're taking here? Nah, screw it. Let's guinea pig
Fuck it, dude.
Take
Let's get your ass well, bro.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Whatever
I
it
wouldn't have done
takes.
I ended up learning how to say a couple of Chinese words to her, and she gave it to me, dude. And then across the street, bro, we bought these fucking cheap-ass Vietnamese sandwiches for $6.
You did better than me. I'll
Bro,
tell
we
you
had
that.
these fucking sandwiches full of teriyaki beef and teriyaki chicken, and then tofu. They were all under $5. Well, under $7.
You ate that shit with the abscess?
Give a fuck, dog.
Let's
I wanted
see if
that
this
pimple to
turmeric
pop.
works.
That's a hungry man.
See, no, that's great. Because I would
It
have
was
done the
hurting. I
same
didn't give a
thing.
fuck, dog.
I know, I'd have done the same thing. I was like, I just want to I just want to hear him say it. He's like, fuck yeah, dude.
Dude, you're a better man than me. I lived in China for a year, and when I got
Who lived
sick,
everywhere? We got Anthony Bourdain right here, right?
yeah,
Fucking Zimmerman.
that's what the Irish do, man. We get around. But I did live there for a year. I got salmonella poisoning. I remember trying to explain that I had salmonella poisoning. No food, no water in the house, no credit on my phone. So I was just lying on the ground for 2 days, and this lady finally came to check on me.
God.
She was a cleaner that was hired by whatever company I was renting the house from, and she just cleaned around me. I was just lying on the ground in the bathroom, and I was basically help, and she just mopped around me. Was so committed to cleaning the room, and then just left. I spent another
borracho.
2 days there.
How'd you get better, dude?
I did. It just passes. It takes about 5 days to clear your body salmonella. So I literally just sat there with no food, no
You got like
water,
a
no way out of
Jason
there.
Bourne backstory.
That's
dog.
Jason Bourne here, bro.
No, that's a weird. Well, you were like, you're getting flashbacks listening to you because I tried to go to the dentist in Spanish once. I had an implant done where they screw they
An anchor?
pull
That's
one
what I
out.
had. My
that's
implant
real.
broke inside.
Yeah, mine went sideways in my gum, so this fella had to dig it out and put in, and it was stuck in there. For,
You're like Liam Neeson on. Oh my God.
that you just defaulted to Scottish again. on me.
What's wrong with me too?
Okay, I'm gonna use this accent for everybody.
Why is this anchor gay?
I will find
I
you.
got ways to take that tooth out.
I will find you and I will kill you. That was his one. But your man, he took it out. It was the most Latino thing ever because when he pulled it out, he's meant to put the other screw in. And he didn't think I spoke any Spanish, so I just heard him start making phone calls going, here, I forgot to buy the screws I meant to put into this guy. I got no screw. So he had
Welcome to Tijuana.
he had no replacement. It was in Bogota, Colombia. He had no
that town has
replacement
one
too.
red light, huh?
Dude, it was Bogota. It was fairly developed place. You know, Bogota's
Fairly
fancy.
developed.
Bogota's famous for good dental work, except my fella who stuck him in. He stuck him
They
in
put
wrong.
cocaine in it.
He might as well have. It was
So
a
what
bit
happened?
dodgy. Oh, it was all loose and mangled. He didn't have them the first day, so I had to leave. And
Damn.
so when I went back, he didn't want to give me the money back. So he's like, "How do I get rid of this gringo?" So I'll just drill him up more. So he drilled. But I have this implant, but it goes all the way
Jesus.
into my nose. He basically just filled it in with concrete in the back, shoved it up. He's like, "This thing is never coming out of this fella's head." Just took off.
What the
So
fuck?
now, whenever I go to the dentist now, they're like, "What happened to your head?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I thought I had good Spanish, but it turns out it wasn't good enough."
It's a trident,
Me
mate.
echaron popote ahí dentro.
Yeah, he went,
Fuck,
puta, no
bro.
tengo ni puta idea qué está pasando con mi
You
boca.
put a steak in there, huh?
Yeah,
Damn.
two. He screwed them together and they're fused together, and it goes in. I can feel it when I
Who
do
left
that
a
on my nose.
little paleta stick, eh? A little popsicle stick in there, eh?
God damn,
It's
this was
more-
like Pootie Tang, huh?
Yeah, it's. I wouldn't recommend it.
The
But
fool
it was,
snorted
it
a
was,
fucking
it was interesting.
spoon.
Jesus.
That's
yeah, how
crazy,
does that's
man.
got to deviate the septum somehow. No.
Septum,
It-
Rasta.
yeah, it's
Or reinforce it.
Sinus, right?
it's falling out sooner or later. I'll tell you that. I'm on borrowed time for having teeth, but it's hanging on in there for the moment.
Dude, you're a soldier, bro.
Damn, bro. Well,
Hey,
thank
what-
you for being a guest, bro.
Oh yeah, dude.
Well, thank you. Appreciate you boys
You're the
having
man,
me.
dude.
Big hand for David Nihil, people. Go check him out on
Nihil.
YouTube. Go check out his tour.
International, baby.
When your tour starts in September, right?
Me, well, I'm kind of semi-permanently on tour, but the new show I'm doing starts in January, and all the dates are coming out September 14th. So yeah, around 40, 50 cities and a bunch of countries. So I'll be lost for a while.
Fuck yeah, good luck, bro.
But yeah, thank
What's
you.
Up, Food Podcast?
Yep.